feel the calm as we journey through tonight's heartwarming tale. Sweet Pea's Cozy Home. This story is about Sweet Pea and Happy Gnome, who discover the true meaning of home by helping their village and forest thrive together. Once upon a time, in a village at the edge of a lush, green forest, there lived a young girl named Sweet Pea. Sweet Pea had golden hair that shimmered like the sun and eyes as blue as the clearest sky. Everyone in the village loved her for her kindness and joyful spirit. One day, while playing near the forest, Sweet Pea heard a soft, cheerful humming coming from behind a large oak tree. Curious, she followed the sound and found a tiny gnome with a red hat and a big smile named Happy Gnome. The gnome's house was nestled inside the roots of the oak tree, decorated with tiny flowers and acorn caps. The king invited Sweet Pea inside, and she marveled at the coziness of his home. It was filled with warm light from glowing fireflies and the sweet aroma of freshly baked mushroom bread. They became fast friends, and Sweet Pea would visit Happy Gnome whenever she felt lonely or wanted to share a story. One chilly autumn evening, a fierce storm swept through the village, leaving many houses damaged. Sweet Pea's own home was too, but she remembered Happy Gnome and ran to the forest for help. Happy Gnome welcomed her with open arms, providing shelter and comfort. Together, they worked to rebuild not just Sweet Pea's home, but also helped the villagers repair theirs. As they rebuilt, the villagers discovered that the forest had secrets and treasures that could aid them. The Happy Gnome guided them, showing useful herbs and strong wood. The collaboration between the humans and the gnomes created a bond that made the village and forest a unified, stronger place. Sweet Pea and Happy Gnome told everyone that home is not just a place, but the love and kindness you share with others. The village flourished, and Sweet Pea's new home became a symbol of unity and warmth. And every evening, as the stars twinkled above, Sweet Pea and Happy Gnome would sit by the fire, telling stories of their adventures and the magic of their unified home. Now, let's dive into another heartwarming tale. Koa and Marigold's Surprising Adventure. This story is about Koa and her cat Marigold, who find a mysterious key that leads them to a hidden enchanted garden, strengthening their bond through an unforgettable adventure. Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling river, lived a young girl named Koa and her beloved cat, Marigold. Koa had golden hair that shimmered in the sun, and her laughter was as melodious as the songbirds that frequented the village. The Marigold, with her soft, orange fur and emerald green eyes, was the most curious cat in the village. Their days were filled with playful adventures, always exploring new corners of their picturesque home. One sunny afternoon, as Koa and Marigold lounged beneath an ancient oak tree, Koa noticed something glinting in the tall grass. She leaned forward to get a closer look and discovered it was an old, ornate key. The key was unlike any she had ever seen, with intricate designs and an air of mystery. Excited, Koa held it up to Marigold, whose eyes widened with curiosity. Together, they decided to embark on a quest to uncover the key's secret. They began their search at the village library, where Koa's grandmother worked as a librarian. The library was a treasure trove of ancient books and maps, and they pored over dusty tomes and scrunched maps, looking for clues that might lead them to the lock the key belonged to. Hours turned into days, but their enthusiasm never waned. One evening, as the village was bathed in the golden light of sunset, they found a peculiar map hidden in the pages of an old book. The map depicted a forgotten part of the village, a place overgrown with vines and flowers, rumored to be enchanted. Koa and Marigold followed the map's instructions and ventured into the forgotten garden. As they pushed through dense foliage, the air filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers, and butterflies danced round them. In the heart of the garden stood a grand, ivy-flagged gate. Cala's heart raced with anticipation as she pulled the key from her pocket. To her delight, the key fit perfectly into the gate's lock. With a gentle turn, the gate creaked open, revealing a hidden garden bathed in ethereal light. The garden was more beautiful than they could have ever imagined, filled with exotic plants and shimmering ponds. It was as if they had stepped into a fairy tale. They spent hours exploring this magical place, uncovering hidden nooks and secret paths. As the sky darkened, they knew it was time to return home, but the memory of the enchanted garden stayed with them. They promised to keep. From that day on, Koa and Marigold's bond grew even stronger, forged by their shared adventure and the beauty of their hidden sanctuary. They learned that surprises often lead to the most wonderful discoveries, and life is full of enchanting secrets waiting to be unveiled. The next story is here to soothe your heart. Flax and Aquila, a tale of joy. This story is about a young man named Flax and his puppy, Aquila, who spread joy and restore happiness to their village by finding a hidden spring to replenish the dried-up well. Once upon a time, in a quaint little village surrounded by rolling hills and vibrant meadows, lived a humble young man named Flax and his playful puppy named Aquila. Flax had the kindest heart one could imagine, always lending a hand to his neighbors and lighting up the village with his joyous presence. Aquila, a sprightly brave puppy, was his inseparable companion. The two of them shared an unbreakable bond, navigating life's adventures with unwavering comradeship. Each morning as the golden sun peeked over the horizon, Flax and Aquila would race across the dewy grass, their laughter echoing through the valley. The villagers adored the duo, often commenting on how their joy was contagious, spreading smiles wherever they went. One day a mysterious sadness seemed to cloud the village. The cheerful chatter had dwindled, replaced by silence. Concerned, Flax and Aquila set out to uncover the source of this sorrow. They visited each home, offering kind words and warm embraces. They soon discovered that the village's well had dried up, leaving everyone without fresh water. Flax and Aquila knew they had to do something. With determination burning in their hearts, they ventured into the forest, guided by ancient tales of a hidden spring that could replenish the well. The journey was arduous, with dense underbrush and towering trees obscuring their path. Yet, their spirits remained high, finding joy in each other's company and the beauty of nature around them. After days of tireless searching, they stumbled upon a sparkling spring nestled beneath a cluster of luminescent flowers. Flax swiftly filled his flask, ensuring they had enough to rejuvenate the village well. From their return, the villagers gathered round, hope rekindled in their eyes. As Flax poured the shimmering water into the well, it began to fill, the crystal clear liquid rising until it overflowed. Cheers erupted, and the village was alive with celebration once more. Flax and Aquila had restored not just the well, but the happiness of their community. At night, as the stars twinkled like diamonds in the sky, Flax and Aquila lay under an old oak tree, content and at peace. They had learned that joy isn't just found in the grand moments, but in the simple acts of kindness and love. Their hearts were full, and as they drifted into a peaceful slumber, they knew the village family's happiness would now endure. And so, in the quaint little village, joy reigned supreme, thanks to the boundless love and courage of Flax and Aquila. Okay, now let's wander into a new tale. Delightful companionship. This story is about Aquila and her golden retriever, Star, finding delight in their companionship and a magical evening adventure. Akalasa lived in a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and lush meadows. She was an adventurous star, always eager to explore. Her faithful companion, Star, a gentle and affectionate golden retriever, was always by her side. One serene evening, bathed in the hues of a setting sun, Akalasa and Star set out on one of their usual escapades. The sky was painted with shades of orange and pink, casting a magical glow over the landscape. Birds sang melodic tunes as they flitted through the trees, and a gentle breeze carried the sweet scent of blooming flowers. As they walked, Akalasa felt a deep sense of peace and contentment. She looked down at Star, who trotted happily beside her, his golden fur almost shimmering in the fading sunlight. They ventured from a forest path, where a canopy of leaves created a natural tunnel above them. The rustling leaves and distant sounds of nature accompanied their steps, creating a symphony of tranquility. Akalasa loved these moments. The simple joy of being in the company of her beloved friend filled her heart with delight. She paused to pick a daisy from the forest floor, twirling it between her fingers before gently tucking it behind Starnight's ear. "You're looking more charming now, Salazar, she whispered to him. Her cheeks stale in response, his eyes sparkling with affection. Despite the calm, they stumbled upon an unexpected surprise. A small clearing emerged ahead, illuminated by fireflies. The tiny insects danced in the air, their lights flickering like stars fallen from the night sky. Akalasa's eyes widened with wonder. "Hello, Star. Isn't it different?" she exclaimed. The star spoke softly, seemingly agreeing with her. The pair sat on the soft grass, watching the fireflies create a mesmerizing display. The cow lay back, staring up at the emerging stars in the twilight sky. The star nestled close to her, his warmth a comforting presence. In that perfect moment, she realized the true delight was not just in the adventures they had, but in the companionship they shared. They drifted into a peaceful slumber under the starry heavens, their hearts brimming with gratitude and happiness. Thank you for listening. Good night and sweet dreams.